Looking back on One Piece, the journey of Luffy to become the king of the pirates was over 890 chapters ago. It's crazy how much time has passed since then. With every arc, Luffy grows his circles, gaining new companions along the way. As of chapter 894, the Straw Hats have over 5,640 people allied with them. 5,640 of these are part of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, who serve under Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates directly. Up until now, the Grand Fleet consists of 7 organizations, and the alliance between them was formed back in the Dressrosa arc. The alliance includes Cavendish, Bartolomeo, Sai, Ideo, Leo, Hyrudin, and finally Arlambus. The Grand Fleet was formed on chapter 800 of the One Piece manga, and with it comes the foreshadowing of future events, proclaiming that every one of them will continue to grow and all that happened will lead to a very big incident. But more on that later on in the video. So out of the 7 representatives, only Leo wasn't present in the Corrida Colosseum. Even so, we still got to see each of their abilities in Dressrosa. Even if most would say it was too much of a long arc, it needed to be for the amount of content that it had and also the setups that it created for the future. What people seem to forget about Dressrosa is that it introduced so many new characters just to continue to develop and expand the One Piece world. And with the Grand Fleet formed, the Straw Hats are beginning to be a threat to the Marines. So now let's analyze every member of the fleet before moving on to what they can achieve in the future. So we are going to start off with Cavendish. Cavendish of the White Horse, also known as the Pirate Prince, is a super rookie and the captain of the Beautiful Pirates. He joined as a gladiator at the Corrida Colosseum to compete for the Mera Mera no Mi. After the final battle against Don Quixote do Flamingo, Cavendish pledged his loyalty to Monkey D. Luffy and became the first division commander of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He suffers from a split personality, changing into a bloodthirsty lunatic known as Hakuba when his dominant personality sleeps. He was the prince of the Burguese kingdom before he was exiled. His group of pirates, which sail on the ship called Sleeping White Horse of the Forest, consists of 75 pirates. Bartolomeo the Cannibal is also a super rookie, the captain of the Barto Club and the commander of the 2nd Division of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He was also a gladiator competing at the Corrida Colosseum for the Mera Mera no Mi, where he met Monkey D. Luffy and pledged his loyalty towards him. He leads a group of pirates who sail a ship called the Going Luffy Senpai, which consists of 56 pirates. Sai, also known as Don Sai, is a member of the Chinjiao family and the 13th leader of the Hapo Navy, as well as the commander of the 3rd Division of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He is also a martial artist who joined as a gladiator at the Corrida Colosseum to compete for the Mera Mera no Mi, where he met Monkey D. Luffy, whom he eventually pledged his loyalty to. He is now married to Baby 5, a former member of the Don Quixote Pirates who defected due to falling in love with him. He commands a group of pirates which consists of 8 ships, 1 Haposai and 7 Iposai, carrying 1,000 pirates. Destruction Cannon Ideo is a XXX rank boxer and member of the Long Arm tribe, who is the captain of the Ideo Pirates and the 4th Division commander of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He competed at the Corrida Colosseum where he met 3 other gladiators who he would then form the XXX Gym Martial Arts Alliance with, as well as Monkey D. Luffy, whom he actually pledged his loyalty towards. He leads an alliance between a group of 4 former gladiators. They sail on a ship which is unnamed as of this moment. Leo is a dwarf from the Tontata Kingdom, who is the Tontata Corps leader. He is the 5th Division commander of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He leads an army of dwarfs consisting of 200 pirates sailing the Ozolando. Pirate mercenary Hyrudin is a giant warrior described as the new generation from Elbaf. He joined as a gladiator at the Corrida Colosseum to compete for the Mera Mera no Mi, where he met Monkey D. Luffy and eventually pledged his loyalty towards him. He was an S-class member of Buggy's Pirate Dispatch Society, but resigns after becoming the 6th Division commander of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He is also attempting the revival of the currently disbanded Giant Warrior Pirates, and is currently the captain of this newly revived crew, and has so far recruited 4 other giants as members. Together, they sail on the Naglfar. Massacre ruler Orlambus is an adventurer who is admiral of the Onta Maria Grand Fleet and commander of the 7th Division of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He joined as a gladiator at the Corrida Colosseum to compete for the Mera Mera no Mi. After the final battle against Don Quixote do Flamingo, Orlambus pledged his loyalty to Monkey D. Luffy. He leads a whopping 4,300 pirates, which consists of 55 ships, which includes 49 Nita Maria, 5 wife Santa Maria and the Onta Maria. With all of the representatives established, one question that pops into my mind is, will the Grand Fleet expand throughout the rest of the series? Well, what I think is going to happen is that for every Straw Hat member, there will be a division assigned. So with that logic, currently, if you count Jinbei, there are 10 Straw Hats. But since Luffy is part of the Grand Fleet representative as leader, he will likely won't have any division assigned to him. So hence there are 9 Straw Hats who are in charge of a division. Granted, this number can increase by the end of the series, but since there is no evidence to prove that there will be a new Straw Hat in the future, it will not be taken into account. With that being said, this puts us to 9 Straw Hats commanding 9 divisions, 7 of which are already established, assuming that none of them will die. Now, who could be the other 2 members or maybe even more of the Grand Fleet? Well, honestly, there is no way to guess who could join, since there are so many characters in One Piece and there will be even more introduced in later arcs, that it would be just picking straws. However, if I were to guess, I would say it would be someone we meet at Wano or future arcs. The Grand Fleet members are strong, but we need someone at the Monster Trio level. Also, some of the worst generations are also a possibility to join the fleet later in One Piece. If you think about it, as a pirate, the Marines are a common enemy, and joining forces with the Straw Hats when they'll fight them will definitely be your best chance to take them down. Next up, we are going to analyze and speculate the meaning behind the big incident that will occur. But before that, if you liked any of what I've said, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on for more One Piece content. And also make sure to comment down below what would you like me to cover in the next episode of One Piece in Depth. As you know, with each passing chapter, we are approaching the final arc of One Piece. This will probably be the government's downfall. But what does the incident have to do with the final arc, you say? Well, it all starts off on chapter 801, titled Opening Declaration, where Doflamingo announces the Throne Wars. Assuming that the Straw Hats will be the ones to get their hands on the One Piece, every pirate crew will go after them to claim it, including the Marines. It is possible that during this process, Luffy will be captured and slated to be executed by the Marines, as they did with Ace. So then begins the final war arc, where every ally that the Straw Hats are allied with will face off against the Marines in an all-out battle. We will get to see the Straw Hats commanding their army of followers to battle, but knowing them, most of them will jump straight into the fight themselves. Now, since this is probably one of the last arcs of One Piece and the arc that will change the whole structure of the One Piece world, we could possibly see some major deaths. Similar to the Marineford arc, we could see some of the Grand Fleet members getting killed off. I could definitely see one of them dying just so that they can find an opening in their defenses, similar to how Ors Jr. died in the Marineford arc. I truly believe that this is the moment where all of them will shine and display what they have learned throughout their journey. They will be no longer insignificant characters, they will be the ones who will lead the assault alongside the Straw Hats to vaporize Marine HQ and Marijo, and also what the Marines stand for. The incidents could also be in correspondence to the long-awaited and hyped arc by the creator himself, Eiichiro Oda, and his editors, the Wano Kuni arc. In this arc, the Straw Hats will face their most dangerous foe yet, Kaido of the Beasts himself, also known as the strongest creature in the world. It is already assumed that all the supernovas will reunite at Wano and face off against Kaido together, and even then they probably do not stand a chance. This is where the Grand Fleet might appear and help them to defeat him. However, I can see that even with their help, chaos will break loose. The army of Kaido will face off against the supernovas and their allied pirates. It will be an all-out war, one written in the history books. The repercussions of the war will start to appear soon after it ends, and this might cause a chain reaction of events to take place after. This would be the big incident that has yet to come. Having said that, the current representatives of the Grand Fleet have still a long way to go until they reach the point where they will be able to lift a finger against adversaries such as Kaido, but with each passing moment, they will continue to get stronger. In my opinion, I believe that Bartolomeo has the most potential out of all of them. Him being the Straw Hats fanboy makes him a more relevant character than the rest, and also creates a great dynamic with the crew. I'm excited to see what they do with his character as the story progresses, as well as all the other members of the fleet. So that has been my in-depth analysis on the Grand Fleet and the big incident that is yet to come. Don't forget to comment down below with what would you like me to cover next in One Piece in depth. With that being said, it took me a long time to edit this video, so please, if you liked any of what I've said, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on. It's been Nightmare King, thanks for watching, see you guys on the next one.